While we were watching the race for the win, this happened. Whoops. Looks like Sam ran down and got a room.
Nemechek gets into it. John Hunter Nemechek and Cole Custer. They're wrecking and spinning, coming to the line. Who is it going to be?
Over the course of NASCAR's more than 7 decades of existence, there have been numerous instances in which drivers have refused to follow the organization's regulations. The proverb, "If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying," has been around for a long time. For some people, this meant making adjustments to their vehicle in order to make it go faster. Others adopted a win-at-any-cost mentality, utilizing their vehicle as a battering ram in an effort to gain an advantage or exact revenge. Intentionally driving into another driver is prohibited by NASCAR. Matt Kenseth crashes into Logano. After being spun out by Logano at Chicagoland Speedway for the win, the series headed to Martinsville. Early on, Kenseth was turned by Logano's teammate, Brad Keselowski. The usually even-keeled driver then decided to get his revenge. As Logano came around to lap Kenseth's damaged car, the revenge-minded Kenseth drove him into Turn 1 wall, ending both drivers' days. For his part, Kenseth was suspended for 2 weeks and put on probation. As a consolation, though, he did pick up quite a few fans. Drivers are to wait for instructions from safety workers. If a car is involved in an accident and can no longer keep going, and no extenuating circumstances exist such as smoke in the cockpit or a fire, the driver should not loosen any personal safety equipment until directed to do so by safety personnel or a NASCAR or track official. After being told to exit the car, the driver should proceed to an emergency vehicle or as otherwise directed. Passing below the yellow line or forcing others to do it. At NASCAR's restrictor plate races, you're not allowed to pass below a certain point on the racetrack. But for a sport based on pushing the limits of speed, it seems pretty silly to limit passing with an out-of-bounds line. The rule caused rookie Regan Smith to be stripped of his win at Talladega in October 2008 after making an aggressive move towards the track apron to muscle his way by Tony Stewart. Ryan Newman forces Danny Hamlin below the finish line. However, Kurt Busch was handed the win. Going beyond the yellow line to advance one's position. Halley broke this rule in racing to the finish line, and Kyle Larson was handed the win. Dale Earnhardt Jr. had already advanced his position before he went below the yellow line. Overtaking after a yellow flag has been raised is prohibited. No overtaking under the yellow flag. Whoever is the leader when the yellow flag is raised remains the leader. Joey Logano was able to win the race because of this rule. Dale Earnhardt Jr. steers the car without the steering wheel midway through a race. He had a problem with the coupler in his vehicle. Crazy stuff there. He was given a 15-second penalty for dangerous driving. Pitting without signals. Pitting from the outside. Juan Pablo Montoya hits a jet dryer working on track. Hitting a safety truck. Take caution while safety workers are on the track. At an Xfinity race in Montreal, road course expert Robbie Gordon battles for the lead with Marcos Ambrose. As Gordon makes a late pass on Ambrose, the caution came out. Chaos ensues under the caution as Ambrose spins out Gordon. Ignoring calls to fall to the end of the field, Gordon wrecks Ambrose at the next restart. A black flag didn't stop him from taking the checkered flag. Gordon was suspended 1 race and fined $50,000 for the chaos. Kevin Harvick had an illegal rear spoiler. Michael Waltrip had jet fuel in his fuel tank. running across the track.